Welcome back to TPS. I'm Justin Fraction. The New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints, and Los Angeles Rams are among your top Super Bowl contenders for 2019. Folks aren't overlooking teams like the Eagles, Bears, and Colts either. But most years we see at least one team emerge out of nowhere and make a surprise run. Who would have thought the Chiefs would be oh so close to a Super Bowl appearance in year one of Patrick Mahomes? Who had the Eagles winning Super Bowl 52? Oh yeah, next to nobody. Well, now's a great time to take a look at 7 talented but overlooked teams who have a realistic shot at competing for a Super Bowl in 2019. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. Number 7, Detroit Lions. The Lions missed the playoffs for the second straight season in 2018. Obviously, Matt Patricia failed more often than not in his first season as head coach, but there were a handful of positives in the Motor City that nobody can forget. For starters, Kenny Golladay broke out and asserted himself as the new number 1 receiver in Detroit. He finished with 70 receptions for 1,063 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not only that, but running back Kerryon Johnson showed signs of being a true number 1 back, rushing for 641 yards and 3 touchdowns in 10 games. Finally, the Lions have a productive ground game again. The Lions, by the way, finished with the 10th best defense in 2018. A full season with Damon Snacks Harrison, plus the addition of stud pass rusher Trey Flowers will make this unit even better. Yes, the Lions certainly have the ability to field a top 5 defense. Matthew Stafford should bounce back after struggling in 2018 due to a nagging back injury. In addition to Golladay and Johnson, rookie tight end TJ Hawkinson should also make a big impact on offense. The talent is there for the Lions to make a run. Can they piece it together? Most folks don't think so, which is why they get dark horse status. Number 6, New York Jets. It's easy to just scoff and write off the Jets again. They haven't made the playoffs since 2010, and we've been waiting forever to see progress from this team. But this time, and we truly mean it, there's a good reason to believe a turnaround is in order. For starters, second-year quarterback Sam Darnold can only get better after a frustrating rookie season. New head coach Adam Gase should maximize his skill sets. Not only that, but the Jets have rebuilt the supporting cast around Darnold. Le'Veon Bell is one of the elite offseason weapons and playmakers. He'll do plenty of damage in both the rushing game and passing game. The Jets also added crafty slot receiver Jamison Crowder, who will complement top receiver Robbie Anderson. With that, Darnold has 2 quality pass catchers and a superstar running back at his disposal. Sounds good to us. Oh, but it's the defense that should have Jets fans excited. Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams has asserted himself as one of the game's premier defenders. The front 7, led by young star Leonard Williams, got even better with the draft selection of Quinnen Williams and the pricey but necessary free agent signing of CJ Mosley. The Jets will make a run at the playoffs, and if they manage to sneak in, nobody in the AFC will want to play them. We've seen Gase get the best of Bill Belichick before. He's a vastly underrated coach. With top-tier playmakers on both sides of the ball and a tremendous young core, the Jets should be considered a dark horse contender in 2019. Number 5, Carolina Panthers. The Panthers missed the postseason in 2018 despite an excellent 6-2 start. Cam Newton was hampered by a shoulder injury, which led to Carolina's second-half collapse. He was shut down for the final 2 games, and the Panthers finished with a mere 7-9 record. But if Newton can stay healthy in 2019, there's good reason to believe that Carolina will push hard for a playoff spot again. We know how dangerous running back Christian McCaffrey can be, but he's not the only offensive weapon for Cam. The return of Pro Bowl tight end Greg Olsen will help. DJ Moore should be able to build off a strong rookie year, while veteran wideout Chris Hogan is capable of coming up with big plays as well. Adding Greg Little in the draft will help that leaky offensive line too. The defense, anchored by Luke Kuechly, is always dangerous, but the additions of Pro Bowl defensive tackle Gerald McCoy and rookie Brian Burns make this unit even scarier. The Panthers should field a top 10 defense in 2019. It all comes down to Newton's health. But simply put, we love the talent on both sides of the ball, and it's why you can't rule out the Panthers' chances of winning Super Bowl 54. Number 4, Seattle Seahawks. 2018 was supposed to be a rebuilding year for Pete Carroll and company. Despite an 0-2 start, the Seahawks managed to finish 10-6, thus nabbing one of the 2 NFC wildcard spots. They bowed out to the Dallas Cowboys in the opening round of the playoffs, but it was still a highly successful season in Seattle nonetheless. The Seahawks are a popular pick to regress in 2019, but you can also make a strong case that they're a quiet Super Bowl contender. Russell Wilson, just like a fine wine, just gets better with age. Rookie wideout DK Metcalf joins a unit that also consists of speedy utility weapon Tyler Lockett and breakout running back star Chris Carson. The Seahawks defense ranked just 16th last season, and losing Frank Clark and Earl Thomas will hurt. But the unit just has to be average for this team to have a chance, since the offense promises to be a juggernaut once again. Write off the Seahawks at your own will, but don't be all that surprised if they're competing for the Super Bowl in January. Number 3, Tennessee Titans. The Titans are being vastly overlooked, but we advise you to, not overlook them. The team has recorded 3 consecutive 9-win seasons. If Marcus Mariota was healthy throughout all of 2018, the Titans would have likely made the postseason for a second straight year. There's good reason to believe that the Titans will vie for the AFC South Division crown in 2019. For starters, they allowed just 18.9 points per game, third fewest in the NFL. The unit, led by standout safety Kevin Byard, has the ability to get even better. Defense wins championships, the Titans have it. Not only that, but the pieces are in place for Marcus to enjoy a breakout year. The return of Pro Bowl safety Delaney Walker will help a bunch. Corey Davis and Derrick Henry will build off of solid 2018 campaigns. And the Titans added slick slot receiver Adam Humphries and Ole Miss product A.J. Brown. That's 5 legit playmaking weapons right there for Mariota. Did we mention that the Titans' defense is great? Yeah, this team undoubtedly has the ability to go far. It just mainly comes down to him staying healthy. Number 2, Pittsburgh Steelers. It seems like everybody is writing off the Pittsburgh Steelers these days, but this isn't the first time where folks have been counting out the Steelers during the Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Tomlin era. Yes, the Steelers unraveled mightily in the second half of 2018 and missed the postseason. They started out 7-2-1 before a bunch of drama and uncharacteristically late-game gaffes cost them an easy AFC North Division crown. Had the Steelers snuck in, they would have been a tough out in January. What a letdown of a season it was. And of course, they were forced to trade disgruntled wide receiver Antonio Brown to the Oakland Raiders in the offseason. And Pro Bowl running back Le'Veon Bell, who sat out all of 2018, left to sign with the Jets. 2/3 of the Killer Bees are gone, but that doesn't give you an excuse to write off the Steelers. Why? Because James Conner did just fine replacing Bell last season. He had 973 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns in 13 games. No doubt that Conner can build on top of an excellent sophomore year. And the Steelers' pass catchers will be just fine. Thank you very much. Juju Smith-Schuster has shined through his first 2 years. He'll happily replace Brown as the new number 1 receiver in the Steel City. Dante Moncrief and James Washington, a potential breakout candidate, will slot in nicely as the number 2 and 3 receivers. Tight end Vance McDonald should make the most of an increased role too. And that Steelers defense, ranked 6th overall last season, has the ability to get even better. They traded up for linebacker Devin Bush, who complements a stacked front 7 led by TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward. It might just take 9 or 10 wins for the Steelers to sneak into the postseason. And if they do, look out, folks. This team has plenty of experience. They know how to conquer adversity. There's plenty of star power, young and old, on this roster. Don't count them out just because 2 drama makers in Bell and Brown are gone. Focus on the strengths and you'll see why we have them as a dark horse Super Bowl contender. Number 1, San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers were a popular surprise pick in 2018. That all came crashing down when quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo suffered an ACL tear in Week 3, thus ending San Fran's hopes of pushing for a playoff spot. But 49ers general manager John Lynch went to work this offseason trying to repair an obviously flawed team. His biggest move was selecting elite pass rushing prospect Nick Bosa with the number 2 pick in the draft. Lynch also acquired standout pass rusher Dee Ford from the Kansas City Chiefs via trade and landed former Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker Quan Alexander in free agency. Those 3 studs join a front 7 led by talent Solomon Thomas and DeForest Buckner. That's kind of scary. The offense will obviously get better with Jimmy G back in the game. George Kittle is coming off the greatest tight end season of all time. What will he do for his encore with his number 1 quarterback? The 49ers also boast a 3-headed monster at running back in Jerick McKinnon, Tevin Coleman, and Matt Breida. And Lynch drafted a pair of receivers in Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd, thus giving Garoppolo even more weapons to work with. This is an excellent set of weapons for offensive genius Kyle Shanahan. Ford, Thomas, Buckner, Alexander, and Bosa round out a lethal pass rush on defense. Seriously, this team can have 3 guys notch double-digit sacks. Everything, and I mean everything, is there for the 49ers to make a run. It's all about health and simply putting it all together. If they can do that, the 49ers will emerge as a surprise Super Bowl contender in 2019. Which other teams could shock us and win Super Bowl 54? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.